Hello and welcome, dear viewers. For this hour of English journey, we are going to be going through a topic called living in English. Yes, and this is probably a topic which needs about maybe 3 lessons. So this is the first lesson. It's pretty lengthy. So we're going to be talking about law and order when it comes to living in English. So anything that deals with the law and the order. Okay, so we're going to cover quite a few things here. So we'll wait for the students to join, and as soon as they join, we will start.
You're muted, Alan.
Oh, hello, Rinat.
Hello, best of the best.
Good to see you, my friend. How are you?
I'm great now, but I was very ill yesterday, so that's why.
Oh no.
Was the reason for yesterday's. Have
Absence.
you had yesterday a lesson?
Yeah, we had the busiest day yesterday. I had quite a few lessons.
So that's why I weren't able to join to your lesson. I was really ill.
What happened? Are you better now?
Yeah, I'm better now. It's I don't know. Maybe it was about maybe at the second. From the second lesson, one of my students asked me open to window, and I was standing on the door, and that it was maybe how it's called this
Draft.
draft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Draft. Can you type it, please?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I was. At that time, I was like catch this cold. Maybe cold is. I started to feel this flu before, of course, but it was not so, let's say, deep or harm.
Did you have a big headache, a migraine?
Yeah. At evening, I started to sweat, and my temperature started to fall down, or again falling up, or not falling up, going up and falling down, and like that.
To raise and drop, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy this. I was crazy.
Well,
I came and take medicine and go to my bed. Went to my bed and yeah, so I cannot just wake up.
It's good that you feel a lot better just after one day.
Actually, I think it is because really at morning I thought that I have to get this sick leave. Yeah, is it correct? Yes,
sick leave
from my job. Yeah, but in the second, my inner side said me go to work and move, like don't lie on the bed, because when it's usual for me and for my body that if I will have this flu and if I'm lying just, then it's flu is going to go over and over, like you're going to feel bad and bad, even bad. So I decided to go and to drink this hot tea and medicine and moving around, and
to keep active,
a little bit, keep active a little bit. And maybe that's why I'm feeling better now. Yeah, I think I overcome this.
That's good. I'm glad you did. Yeah, because sometimes And it's also this time of the year when it's the weather is changing so rapidly. We're getting a lot colder days and so on, and windier days. So that also has an effect on it. But yeah, did you tell your student that you were really sick and maybe?
No, I didn't tell because I was afraid. You know, in 10 years or 10 days ago, there were two students who were diagnosed like a how to say? I forgot this even. Like it's a bad flu, and because there were only two students.
Mm-hmm.
If there were more than five, the commission would close our school, and there were only two, and our administration told all of the students to wearing this mask and to take care about their health.
Swine
And
flu.
if I say that I'm having this flu and teaching them, it would give maybe another like negative effect, I think. That's why I didn't tell them.
I think this is the time when the swine flu was about. Is it called the swine flu?
Yeah, it's swine flu, but it's not. There are in Kazakhstan we don't have this illness. I think. Not yet.
That's good. Yeah.
And there are very more rumors about this Ebola, you know, swine flu and many things like that. Yeah. So I don't want to bother with my just a flu, so I decided not to tell. But I think some of students maybe could feel because of my, you know, when you are feeling, when you are ill, you can see that you are ill. Other people can feel it at least, because you are not so happy. You are not moving like very actively. You are not smiling, and yeah, usual thing you can see.
Yeah, you're right.
But I decided to not tell. Because there are no reason to tell them. You are a teacher, and as a teacher, you and me, you and I know that we don't have to tell this because it's not going to give any how to say anything for you, anything positive for you.
Yeah, there's no benefit from it.
Benefit from it, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Better keep it to yourself and just endure the flu and the cold that you're experiencing.
Oh. Yeah.
Are you having tea as well? Yeah, good.
Not tea, it's coffee this time.
Coffee, yeah, I'm having coffee. I need coffee today. I didn't have much. Need a kick. I have to stay awake. Yeah. I'm a little bit down because I was supposed to get a new phone today. You see, I've had this phone here for 2.5 years, and it's time for me to upgrade. And you know, it's running really slow. And so I went to the phone store today, and I saw the phone that I wanted. It just came out today, and I was going through the details. You know, they need my bank card details and all that. And because we've just moved here to England from Northern Ireland, the address on the of the the bank card has not been changed. Well, actually, we called. My wife has called the bank, but they're taking forever. They're just really slow, and they haven't updated their system. So while I was doing this, it didn't go through successfully, and it said it's blocked now for 48 hours or something like that. So I can't even use my card for 2 days, and I didn't get the phone that I wanted. So I'm so furious. I really wanted it now before the weekend, and I don't know. I'm just really.
Mobile phone.
I'm shattered. It's a Galaxy Note 4.
Yeah.
It's a really big phone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you are very like this.
It's because currently I have the Galaxy S3. You know, I've had it for ages, and so I thought, look, I gotta upgrade, and I thought I'd get the Note 4. It has a nice pen, you know, the stylus. The S Pen they call it, and it has some really good features, and I'm really interested in those. So I don't know. I just have to wait now, another few more days. Yeah, hopefully I can calm down So I have to drink coffee, and I'm glad you joined because you and me, we always have great conversations.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see, because you are like this different kind of IT gadgets and etc.
Mm. Yeah, and yeah, we understand each other. I mean, the other students are fine as well, but sometimes they're not very chatty. They're not very talkative. And I know that you are. And it's good to be talkative, you know. It's really good to be chatty because as a student, you pick up so much more and you learn so much
I think
faster.
the reason is the reason of having this lesson is to talk to me, because I can learn myself this grammar or this writing or reading. I can do it myself. This is the main maybe
Conversation.
objective for having these lessons. You know, with Andy, before your lesson, I had 2 lessons of Andy, and there were only few students only. So today is very quite productive day again for me.
That's good, yeah. Because usually Fridays, I think, is the quietest because a lot of the students, they're doing their out, and they don't want to be learning or studying. It's already weekend for them.
Yeah, if honestly saying, I don't like when there are more than, if say, 4 students, because I just need to wait them, and
I know.
it's like wasting of time, but it's not exactly wasting of time. You always benefit from these lessons, but it's not your covering like what you really expect.
Of course.
When you think about the prices of these lessons, then you have to calm down. Oh, it's like very cheap. You where you are this money?
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah. So when you are in a class where you're the only student, like now, this is a huge advantage for you. And even if there are less than 4 students in a class, this is great. As soon as you have 8 students or 9, even 7 or 6, it becomes difficult because you don't have the attention that you would like as a student. Totally understandable. And then the other thing is you have mixed levels. So sometimes you have beginners and you have upper intermediate. So it's very difficult to have a normal class that we can all be on the same page. And sometimes the other students, they pull you down or pull you back a little bit, or the more advanced students are too good for the class. So it depends, yeah. So look, Rinat, you're the only student now, so we can do whatever. I plan to start something new to talk about living in English. We've done this before, but it's a different topic. We haven't done this topic before.
You'll decide. I would be glad for everything.
For anything, yeah?
Yeah, anything, yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. Without further ado, let us begin. So yeah, living in English and law and order. This is our focus. Yeah, so we're going to talk about law and order and anything to do with law and order, really. So here is I'll make it a bit bigger for you so you can read. So quite a few pages. We're not going to finish everything during this lesson, so it's going to be a continuation.
If you want to keep this for another class, you can do it, but yeah, it's up to you. If you want to start,
whatever you prefer. I mean, this is why I asked you. If you have an idea or any ideas of what you'd like to do, shoot. Tell me.
It doesn't matter for me, but I mean, just next lesson you are going to just continue this, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, look, this first exercise, it's just a discussion anyways. There's a bunch of questions, and we're going to be talking, we're going to be discussing. I think so probably for the rest of this 40 minutes or whatever's left, we're going to be discussing these points and questions. So it's going to be a discussion lesson for you, which I think you'll enjoy. And we can always sort of go a little bit off topic if you like and bring up something else. So we usually do that. Yeah. So let's discuss then some of these.
Let's begin then.
I'll make it a bit bigger for you. All right, so here we go. So we'll talk about some of these
Yeah, I have a
questions.
lot. I will answer to this question first, and then you will. Okay?
Yeah, no
Because
problem.
I because I need to learn from your words,
Yeah, sure, sure.
maybe, and to know about your city too.
No problems, yeah.
Do you think that there is a lot of crime in your city? I don't think so. Of course, there are crime in my city, and as usual person, we get used to always uh, to always saying how to say bad words about this crime, about our government, that they are not they cannot cope with our crime, and this crime rate is always growing. But I've been in other countries too, and I've been talking with other international people too, and teachers too, and I would say it is quite normal here. And
Mm.
yeah, of course, I would wish that this crime rate would be more or less than this rate, but I wouldn't say that it is so lot. It's normal for
Mm.
this city.
Okay, well, I've only been here in my city for about a couple of months, so I haven't really experienced any crime myself, thank God. But as far as I can tell, let's say generally in the UK, it depends on which city you're in. Yeah, if you're in one of the bigger cities like London or Birmingham, um, Manchester, of course you'll experience a bit more crime. And then you have certain neighborhoods like suburbs and areas um, that have a lot more crime, have a higher crime rate than other areas. So it depends on the area, but overall I think it's pretty average when it comes to the crime, maybe just a little bit above average. Yeah, and it also depends what kind of crime are you talking about. So are we talking about a theft, of cars? Are we talking about, burglary, breaking into houses, businesses, and so on? So they vary, you see.
Hmm.
Uh, but it's probably just a little bit above average, I would say. In Australia, we were broken into a house. Actually, I was inside the house by myself when somebody broke in, and I was
Hmm.
only a teenager. So the burglars they don't care if the residents are inside the house or not. They'll just break in. They'll attack you if they have to. So that maybe happens here as well. But thank God I haven't
Yeah,
experienced it here yet. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm talking. With comparison, it's good here.
Mm.
I wouldn't say it is. Of course, you cannot say that with crime it is good, but I mean just with comparison to the Russia, with comparison to the Ukraine, with comparison to the Kyrgyzstan. I mean the surround countries. You can see the crime level of there, and sometimes we have to be grateful that we don't have so big rate. But of course, with comparison again with UK or with Finland, of
Mm.
course, we need to be more better, or it's our rate wishes to be good.
Yeah. Actually, just thinking about it, on TV here, they even have all sorts of
Yeah,
crime
yeah,
shows, like reality TV shows about Crime Stoppers, and all of this. So they're showing policemen are wearing got cameras on them,
I guess,
portable
I guess
cameras.
some,
So there's plenty of crime.
I guess sometimes this TV, these shows gives the idea for these criminals
Yeah.
to how to do these criminal things.
Yes.
Because even these criminal persons, these criminals, they don't know how to do it. But after seeing or after like watching like these TV shows or reading, there are many detective
Mhm.
stories. They can have idea how to make perfect crime. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and somehow, believe it or not, I mean, having lived in the West, I'm speaking about myself, yeah, having
Yeah.
lived in the West all of my life, I can see a um, how can I say um, not it's like a development or a routine of this constant, you know, the crime and all this violence. It's like it's there, but the government, I feel like they can do something about it, but they're not totally giving it their best. You know, they want to keep the public in fear.
Mm-hmm.
B, you know, it creates different classes of people. Yeah, you have the rich,
Yeah.
the working class, and then the poor, and so on. So there's a wisdom behind all of this. Yeah, so that's why they have these shows on TV where they, you know, encourage almost people to commit crime. You know, so
Yeah.
there's a system behind this that's kind of it's set up this way on purpose. You know,
I
some
suppose you're right here
agree with
because maybe there are some people who has the interest to having this crime level. Maybe they have their portion money from this crime.
yeah.
At least maybe in our country it can be like that because I know that some of our very big bosses they covered they are working like a attorney or like a
Hmm.
person who defends this crime people, and they having their part of money.
Lawyers and
Yeah,
solicitors.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
True. Yeah. So there is another world out there that we probably are not aware of,
Yes,
and
yes.
it's a lot of things are being done behind closed doors or under the table that could be prevented but are not, because there are certain people that are benefiting from this, definitely.
And I'm pretty sure that if the crime it can be prevented by government, it
Hmm.
can be. It's possible. It is possible
Yeah.
because the main thing is the living condition of people has to be good, and the second one, the there has to be in this society the real fear,
Yeah.
fear
Yeah. Fear.
things, yeah. Because
Hmm.
otherwise, if you are living in even in good society with good money, like everything is enough, but if it's not fair, fear
Hmm.
or fear, there can
Hmm.
be like a good platform for making crime.
Yes, you're right. You know, talking about that, there has to be rules and some kind of fear behind that for people to, you know, abide by these rules. If you think about the different rules and laws that are implemented in different countries, some vary by huge degree. They have a huge difference. You know, if, for example, if you look at some of the Western laws, like in America or the UK, Scandinavia, you know, some Western European countries, the laws are pretty, when it comes to crime and committing a crime, pretty. They're not very harsh if you think about
Yeah,
it. You know,
yeah, yeah.
some rapists and so on, and they get away with a few years in jail, and they're out, and they keep doing it. You know, they keep committing these crimes. Now, why don't they just make a really strict law, yeah, when it comes to these type of crimes?
Also
So
in
when
China, yeah,
it's like
yeah,
to be an example, if somebody really does this, okay, they will suffer immensely. Like for example, in China they do this, I think, or in Saudi Arabia,
yeah. In Saudi Arabia too. When they,
theft.
is it true? I've heard that in Saudi Arabia, when if they cut the thief, they will cut their
Mm.
uh, fingers. Is it true?
Fingers or hand, it depends. Yeah. The thing is, if you're caught stealing, I'm not too sure about this system, but I know that for somebody to steal, there is a severe punishment like chopping a finger or a hand.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard about it, but
But the
I
thing
didn't
is,
believe.
the public know about the crime and the punishment for it, so they stay away from it.
Yeah,
They don't even think about committing the crime. Yeah, and the other thing is the government takes care of the citizens fully. You don't see people stealing a lot. It's very safe.
yeah, it's very safe.
safe. I mean, you have
Yeah.
crime, of course, the odd
If you will
crime.
see, if you will see a person who is without fingers, then you automatically will know that he has committed crime before, like he has steal something, and your attitude is going to be like not so good, let's say, and that's why, yeah, it can give a very good impact. Yeah, it's good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying no government is perfect. There are always going to be some
Yeah.
faults. Oh, well, they're doing this and that, so it's horrible. And yeah, but if you implement the right law, it can be done. But the thing is, governments don't want to do that because they want to keep that gap. They want to keep people in fear. They want to keep different, classes of the public and so on. Yeah, so there's wisdom behind that, I believe, and I'm sure. I'm on.
And I was very wondering because when I have found out that in UK they officially divided people by classes A, like B, and C. You know, have you know about like white collar class and then working class like that?
No, I haven't come across that. There might be. I haven't really been.
I found out about this when I studied in Finland. There were like our English teacher were like real from England, and he said that they have this official white collar,
blue collar, and all that. Yeah, it exists. However, it's not necessarily when you go to work or you have to fill out a form and say I'm a part of this.
No, it's not like this employment, but it exists already.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's in the system. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Roman. Nice to see you. Welcome.
Hello, Alan.
Yeah, we got into a very interesting conversation. We're talking about law and order. Yeah, so this is our discussion, and we have some questions here that we're going to be posing. Yeah, so we've done the first question. Let's keep going. So, do you always lock your doors and windows when you go out? Do you keep your doors locked when you're at home?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously to prevent burglars from breaking into your house, right? Have you ever been a victim?
No.
Of crime?
No, I don't. No.
A victim as in, has somebody broken into your house? Or has somebody stolen your car? Or has somebody attacked you? You know?
Yes, I have some experiences. Unfortunately, when I come in the big party, so some two people come with me and take my clock.
They took your clothes?
Took your clock, yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, so it's happened to you. Oh. Rinat, have you ever been a victim of crime?
Actually, I was thinking about it, and nothing came to my mind except that maybe 5 years ago I was maybe victim of a police crime because there were some murdering story, and the police thought that it is murder, it's me, and they got me, take me with them, and keep with them about one whole day.
Wow.
And, they were like talking with me very tough,
harshly and disrespectfully.
Yeah, harshly and very unpolite words. Even though we are teachers, we get used to speak uh, yeah, it's our like maybe habit to speak very polite and like that things. And when you see from this official, I mean police, we think that they are official, yeah, government, they are representing government. And when you see like this bad things, you can very upset. You can be upset. And I think I consider them less as I have been victim of their unpolite attitude
Treatment.
to me, treatment to
Treatment, yeah.
me. Yeah.
Wow, that's shocking to hear.
Yeah, because some of these, witnesses told police that there were car with a number like that, and these numbers were similar with my car, and that's why they thought it was maybe just they were. It was me maybe.
You almost, it's like winning the lottery, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the negative way.
And the bad thing, they took me from my job,
Oh, they came
I
to
was
work.
teaching. Yeah, they came to college. At that time, I was working at college. I was teaching my lesson, and they came with special orders. They went to our director and gave permission. Take permission, and in front of all of the students, take me with them. So it was really
Embarrassing.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's
after them, I went to their main office and wrote how to say applications that
a complaint.
complaint. Yeah, I wrote complaint. How did you say?
You wrote a complaint.
Wrote a complaint. Yeah.
Or you complained. You complain is the verb. You complain to the officials.
And about the second question, do you always lock your doors and windows when you go out? I think I would say mostly yes. Maybe it is because of our habit, because when we got our independence 20 years ago, there were very poor conditions and there were very many theft or burglar situations and crimes, and we get used to do this. And, but sometimes, there are times when we forgot to do this, just forgot to close the door or something, and we came maybe after 2 or 3, maybe sometimes even 7 hours later on, and there are nothing to change in. So I think, yeah, it's quite safe here. It's our habit, just lock our doors.
True. Yeah, I mean, yeah, most places you would have to lock your door anyways and windows. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. Now, question 5. Have you ever served on a jury? What's a jury?
Yeah, jury. I know jury. Judge, yeah?
No.
Like, it's in Kazakhstan we don't have like the jury. You mean in crime, yeah? Only in crime, or?
Well, yeah, there's usually some crime that's committed.
Yeah, when the juries consist about 10 people and they will decide.
Yes.
But in Kazakhstan it's like a new system of judging jury. It's just a starting. That's why I haven't been on a jury.
Yeah,
I thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
will randomly choose the people.
That's right.
Which doesn't have any crime before, and they will of course paid by government, and they have to attend all this judge, and after then they will vote for this person who maybe for this person to give his judgment,
to give a verdict.
Verdict. Is he
guilty or innocent?
Innocent or what?
Or guilty.
Oh, guilty, yeah.
Or not innocent, yeah. Guilty or not guilty.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's
Yeah.
quite new. Is it common in your country?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't done it. I was never called up. I know I had colleagues that had to take the day off because you know they were on jury duty. Jury duty. So they were called and they went for the whole day, and yeah. So it's a common thing. Randomly you're selected and you go for a day, even though you still get paid from your job that day for not coming to work, but it's part of the system. Would you like? Okay, Roman, have you ever served on a jury?
Pardon? Yes, yes, I'm served on jury.
You've been on a jury before in the court.
No, I don't have jury. Court. You ask, would you like to be on jury? Yeah?
Have you been on a jury before? Have you ever served on a jury? You know, a jury is like, you know, in the court where you have the judge and you have people sitting in the audience who are attending the court case, and then you have a special part of the, or there's a special seating arrangement or seating area, usually to the side of the court court place, or the, you know, wherever they're sitting, and these people are selected randomly. They're called the jury, and they have to watch the whole court case, and then they give their verdict. They make a decision if you know, the person is guilty or not guilty.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you ever been in such a situation?
No, I don't be in this situation.
Would you like to be on a jury?
For me, I think no, because it's very because if you can be a jury, you must know very many law, I think, and you should have a good mind, I think, and I think this was not for me.
Ah, good. Yeah, it's not easy. You still have to
Yes, it's not easy.
Make a really important decision about somebody's life. Yeah. Especially if it's a very severe crime that that person committed or was accused of. Rinat, what about yourself? Would you like to be on a jury? Why or why not?
I would say it depends on the crime.
Good.
It's very hard crime, then I would like to. And I already know that I would, of course, if I will see that this person is really, let's say, guilty, then I would try to give him as much, let's say, as much punishment, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on me. But it's again, it's controversial question, yeah. Depending on the crime, yeah.
Depends on the crime, you're right, yeah. Alright, let's keep going then. Alright, I'm sure we can all relate to this question. Have you ever received a speeding ticket? How much was the fine? Roman, I see you have a big car there next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not my car, it's car my neighbor's.
Oh, your neighbor's car. Have you ever received a speeding ticket?
When I live in Ukraine, sometimes I have this speeding ticket because you know, it's when you live in country where you can pay policeman, you feel maybe free, so you can speed very fast your car, and when your policeman stop you, you can give me just not little big money, and you go there. But now I live in Canada, so if you broke law about speed, you must pay very big
Fine. Yeah. You can't bribe the police there. You can't buy them some smokes or whatever they want. Yeah, I know what you mean. What was your most expensive fine? How much did you have to pay?
I think it's maybe $50.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be shocked when I tell you how much mine was. Rinat, what about yours?
Of course, how about how it is without this? How it's called speeding ticket. Of course, I got many times, and that's Roman said that maybe it is possible even nowadays, but in 5 or 10 years ago, it was like common thing to to deal with these policemen and give them money instead of having this ticket and paying fee for the government. But because our government is trying to wrestle with this struggle with this corruption, and nowadays it's not easy to have deal with our policemen, and it's going to be a little bit fair. And the sec yeah, I paid many times for the policemen too, and for the government, like, and about the much about the how to say how much, yeah, of fine or measure of the fine.
Yeah, how much did you have? How much was?
It is in our country. It's very high, really high. In our, if you will consider our salary, if say generally, let's say. The average salary of our workers is, if it's $1,000, then if you will have these speeding tickets, it is approximately $300.
Wow.
So it can go sometimes more. So our drivers nowadays started to complain that this fee or fine is very high for the speeding ticket, for anything. It's not just a speeding fine, it's for everything, because this is pushes our drivers to grow this corruption. It's much easier to having the deal with the policemen and pay much less money for them rather than to pay this very big amount of fee to the government.
Yeah, you see, in Australia, I don't know if they've changed it now, but when I was still living in Australia and I was pretty young, my early 20s, I was driving and I was full of life, and I love cars as it is. There they make you pay a lot for the fine, as well as take points of your driver's license. So you have a total of 12 points when you get your license, and for every fine, or every speeding ticket or whatever, driving offense rather, they take points away from you.
Yeah.
So if it's a small driving offense, then maybe 1 point or 2 points. If it's a speeding ticket, they take 3 points from you, and you have to pay money. And I remember the heaviest fine that I got was when I was driving to a football match and I was late, and I had to really be there because it was an important match, and I was one of the best players there, so without me they're not gonna make it in a way, So I was rushing, and then I think I was driving about, it wasn't that fast, maybe 100 or 110 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
On a street
in the city, yeah?
No, this wasn't in the city. It was a normal, like outside the city, suburban area. But this the speeding limit was, I think, 60. Yeah, 60 kilometers per hour. So I was going about 50 over, right? Approximately 50 kilometers, almost double. So police caught me with one of those radar guns, from a very long distance, and I didn't see them. I don't have eagle eyes to see that far. So eventually a police officer showed up on the road with this you know, with his hands showing pull over and so on. So I saw that and I pulled over. And then he asked me, "Do you know how fast you were traveling, sir?" So I said, "I don't know. I think over the limit." And then he said, "Actually, you're traveling so much." Basically, he said, "Look, you are because when you travel almost double the distance or double the speed, they take your car, they impound. It's called impound. They impound your car and they take your driver's license, right?" But he was generous, and he said, "Look, I'll bring down your speed, yeah, and just a couple of kilometers per hour, something like that, just so you keep your car and your license, yeah." So he was kind of being a nice guy, but I still had to pay $1,000 and 6 points. He took 6 points away from me. I only had 5 points left anyways, so I lost my license anyways, and I had to pay $1,000.
You pay what, $1,000?
$1,000, yeah. That was my biggest fine I ever got. And
you know, sorry, in Canada, if you broke a limit, speed limit after 50, if you're on a speed limit 100 kilometers and you drive 150 and policemen stop you, you must pay $10,000.
Are you kidding me?
I'm
glad I'm not living in Canada then. Wow, 10,000. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh gee, that's really that'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Do they take your license? Do they take your driver's license away from you?
No, don't take it. Just you pay.
They just take your money, yeah.
Yeah, just pay money.
Yeah, well, that's something. Wow. So I was lucky then. 1,000 only, not 10,000 like in Canada.
Yeah, we are lucky too then.
Yeah.
If you drive drunk, it's a police.
Yeah, it's automatically.
Yeah, if you drink driving, then that's a big offense as well. Yeah, that's. I never did that. So.
2 weeks prison.
Yeah, you can go to prison. That's right.
Yeah, in our country too, if you drive car being drunk, it's considered like a crime, and they will automatically take your license, drive license.
What about any other traffic violations?
Yeah, sometimes we do this about wrong parking thing.
Yes.
Don't pay for parking place.
Good. That's a very common one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And those usually aren't as heavy. They're not as bad. They usually charge you, I don't know, depends where you are, maybe $50 or something like that. Or here it's about 30 or 40 pounds in the UK. Depends. Yeah. Any other ones? Any other ones you can think of? Any other traffic violations?
I think in recent years started to happen this specialized maybe traffic violations when some maybe professional crimers or people specially do something in order to get from you money. They have learned something, some tips, yeah, actions. They can suddenly appear in your like in front of you when you're like having this good speed, and you cannot just stop immediately, and you anyway will be guilty. So that's why our government police asking to settle video, how to say, video
surveillance
recorder, yeah, video recorder
in the car.
Yeah, in the car.
Yep.
So with video recorder you can prove that you are right. Without this video recorder, it seems to me that it seems to that you are wrong always because you already beat him from the rear.
True. Yes. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even here, it's. I think they're doing this everywhere now to install like a camera that you can
Yeah.
record with, in the front and in the
They
rear
can
as
just
well.
suddenly appear in front of you.
Hmm.
You cannot recognize sometimes, yeah, and you can hit them.
It's good. Yeah. It will definitely help you, as it's an evidence. Yeah. Serves as evidence. You don't need a witness, for example,
Yeah.
to help you and so on. All right, some other ones, some other traffic violations probably could be driving while speaking on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that common in Canada?
Yes, but it's just if you call in drive and call into your phone, you must pay, I think, about $200.
Wow. Yeah, here actually my wife got caught the other not long ago, I think a couple of weeks ago or something. She was
But you
driving.
can you can use I don't know, it's a device, it's a free hand,
Yeah, hands-free.
hands free.
Hmm. Yes, that's right. Or use headphones. You plug them into your phone and use them. Usually has a microphone. Or get like a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, it's not
Plug
much
it
better.
in, yeah. You plug it into your ear, and that's what a lot of people do actually. You can keep your phone in your pocket. All right, let's keep going. What about asking a lawyer for advice? Have you ever asked a lawyer for advice regarding any?
Yeah, sometimes ask.
Yeah. So you have your own lawyer that you can seek advice from. Yeah.
Not so own lawyer.
Or a lawyer. I mean, a lawyer that you usually go to, the same lawyer. Or do you go to different lawyers for different things?
I think we go to different lawyers for different things. Because, there are specialized lawyer for different kind of crimes, financial, like, and etc.
Okay.
And it's understandable because they can be professional in one thing, then
True.
another thing.
Yeah, they specialize in one field, one area of of the legality, legal system. Okay. What if someone, a person in your country, cannot afford a lawyer? What happens?
As I told you, that our judge system or court system is trying to be as like take this Western country system, and they just organizing this like jury, yeah.
Yep.
And we have, of course, law that if person cannot afford this lawyer, then government has to provide him a lawyer. But as usual, these lawyers are very weak lawyers, and they will always, as usual, on the side of this police. They will not defend your. I can hear noises from.
Yeah, sorry, Roman. There's some noise coming from your side.
Sorry.
I don't know, maybe your microphone is close to some machine or something like that.
Okay, sorry.
If you're using a laptop, Roman, maybe it's better if you maybe move to a different place. Yeah, where it's quieter.
No, it's good. I mean, just these free lawyers, they are very weak. They are not professional, and they will always support policemen because they are working always together. They cannot really defend you. They just lawyers who were given by according to the law. They will not give you any benefit.
True. Yeah, you have that. Here in the UK, you have something called legal aid, and if you can't afford a lawyer, you're, for example, on benefits. You're receiving, governmental aid. Then you can apply to get a lawyer for free. if you qualify for one. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. What about? Okay, I think the time is over. Actually, we'll have to stop. So there's still quite a few more to cover. We'll do them next time. Like I said, this is it's a discussion. So it's good for the students to discuss when it comes to law and order. Okay, guys, any questions?
No, I don't.
No, thank you, Alan.
Lovely.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Good to see you, Roman, and Rina. Also good to see you. I'm gonna go and get ready for the next class. Might have to, yeah, get going and
See
started.
you.
All right, guys. So see you next time.
See you. Have a good day.
Bye bye.